Welcome to Crafty Little Beach. This is Julie. Today I have a Dollar Tree DIY for you.
Okay, our first bird DIY. We're going to do a bird in a bird cage. And I found the cutest little bird cage at the Target dollar spot. It's like white iron. It has like a wood base and it is perfect. You could try DIYing your own. I've seen some ideas with like the football wreath forms or the trash baskets, but for $5 at the Target dollar spot, I would highly recommend just buying this because look how cute it is. Now, what I want to DIY though is a bird to go inside of it. Now, the only bird I could find this size at Dollar Tree was this ugly little bird cat toy. So we're going to DIY this and make this super cute. A cute little bird to go inside the birdhouse. Now, this has like a funny little tail on it. And so that's the first thing we're going to do is just snip that off to get it out of the way. I basically just want the plush bird form. And I'm going to cover this with burlap. So I think the wings might get in the way. So we're just going to go ahead and snip those off as well. And we are just going to cover this whole thing. It is blue and you're going to kind of be able to see through the burlap a little bit, but that's okay. Blue's kind of my theme today. So this is just a scrap of Dollar Tree burlap that I had left over from my Easter video. I had a lot of comments worried I was wasting my scrap burlap, but I always use my scraps, people. Come on. Okay, so what I want to do is have enough burlap to go over my both sides of my bird, kind of like sandwich it in there. So I cut down a piece that's enough to like cover the whole thing. And then what I'm going to do is go with my hot glue and I'm going to go all the way around the bird, kind of sketching out the shape of the bird, but kind of on the outside of it. So I have enough room to glue the burlap to itself all along the edges of the bird to keep that cute little bird shape, which is really what I wanted. I was having trouble finding a bird this size for sure at the Dollar Tree. Their selection's not great when it comes to birds. But see what I did? I just glued that all the way around that. So now that I glued it and it dried, I can just use my scissors and cut the glued part all the way around into the shape of a little bird. Now, I didn't have it quite glued all the way, so I am going to just glue that section down right there and just kind of trim it up a little bit. And you can kind of tell it's still a bird, but it'll look like a bird when we're done with it. Now, these are new at the Dollar Tree. They're burlap leaves. They also have burlap flowers that I'm going to be using later on in another DIY. But look how cute these are. They are like white and brown burlap. There's like two different sizes and they're little leaves. But I thought they'd make really cute feathers for our little DIY bird. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to use like, I think both colors. They're kind of sealed and so they don't fray or anything like that. You know, they're kind of cut out perfectly. So that is going to be great for this project. So let's start putting this cute little bird together. This was one of my favorite projects today for sure. I'm going to go ahead and just start gluing some tail feathers on both sides of our bird. The little brown ones, and then some of the white burlap leaves. And I think I'm going to do like 3 on each side, just kind of flaring them out, kind of alternating colors too. Now for the wings, I'm also going to use the little leaves. I'm going to use 2 on each side, like a white one and a brown one. Isn't that cute? It's starting to look like a bird a little bit. And then I'm going to go ahead and do it on the other side too. I want like a 3-dimensional bird that can be in our little bird cage. Okay, it's looking pretty cute. It's got a nice bird shape. It does need eyes though. So I thought I would use some Dollar Tree buttons for some eyes. So I'm just trying to find like some black ones that are about the same size. And just going to glue one of those on each side of my bird to make some cute little eyes. Super easy. I'm just kind of doing the flat side up, and those are pretty similar. Okay, so our bird has wings, it has feathers. I kind of want a beak shape here, and so I'm just going to cut that into a tip, the little part that was glued, so it looks like the bird now has a little beak there. Just going to clean up any of the hot glue on the burlap with my heat gun. The heat gun kind of like either it'll melt the glue or make it where it's easy to remove, so you can clean that all up. And it's looking really cute. I do want to add like a little bit more detail to the beak though. So I'm just going to take like an orange Sharpie, works great on burlap, and just kind of color that in on both sides to give a little orange beak. And now I kind of want to do like a nest on the bottom of our bird cage. I thought that'd be cute. And Dollar Tree has been getting some different like floral moss. This one is like brown. And I thought this would be great. The only thing is it was really dry and kind of messy. So I'll show you how I kind of overcome that issue. I'm just going to kind of measure out enough that's going to cover like the base of the bird cage and then kind of put it off to the side. You can tell by looking at the tray how crazy messy that stuff is. And so once I get like a little, floral moss, I guess, patty, I'm going to take some of that spray adhesive from the Dollar Tree and spray it down pretty good. Go over it with my heat gun and dry it. It didn't melt like some of the things I've seen with heat at Dollar Tree. And then I'm just going to do that a couple of times till it kind of sticks together a little bit and makes it just a little bit less messy. I'm just going to scoop that up and lift that back onto my bird cage, and that looks way better. Now they also have this green lycopodium, I guess it's called. I thought it was really pretty too. So I thought we'd do a combination of like a brown and a green nest just to give a little bit more color. Kind of sitting this one on top, just kind of making a little ring for our little burlap bird to sit in. It's kind of cool. I've never really DIY'd with that before. And it's a perfect little nest for our bird. I'm just going to put some hot glue down on the moss so that my bird stays in place and glue him down to his cute little nest. Now my bird is a tiny bit bigger than my bird cage, but it works because, there's holes in the side. So he's going to be like just poking out a little bit. And so I think that looks pretty good. Let me give you a little close-up of this cute little bird. I love him. Isn't he adorable? And then all I got to do is put the top of the bird cage on. And our first bird DIY is complete. I love the bird cage. It's so cute. If you see it at Target, you should really pick one up. And this is how it looks in my home. If you wanted to hang it, you could, but then you would have to glue the base on. And I kind of want it where I can switch it out for different seasons because it's so adorable.
I think it turned out really cute. What do you guys think about this DIY?